Ta-da! Welcome to the Everyday Sniper. You got Frank at Sniper's Hide, but I'm not. I'm live on different things today. We wanted to go through and just say hi to everybody. Got crazy stuff going on. I had a buddy of mine from the Marine Corps a long time ago, 30 years since probably 1989. And this is crazy. This is like a really good, like, the world is small story. It's a tiny, tiny world that we live in. And so Tim is coming across the country and he's like, "Hey, Frank's in Denver." Calls up and he says he's gonna stop through. He pulls in and he's like, "Yeah, on my way to Leadville." And we just had all the rain and snow, rainy day. It's like ton of rain, ton of snow. In the mountains, they got feet of snow, and he's heading up that way. But he's like, "Hey, I'm going to Leadville and I'm going to see my buddy." But then he's like, you know, squirrel, conversation changes. And he goes, "Yeah, I'm going to go see you and Mark in Iowa, my buddy from Waterloo. And now he's in Leadville." And Tim has a law enforcement background. I went, "Wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. Time out. Your buddy moved from Waterloo, Iowa to Leadville and you're going to see him." And he's like, "Yes." Laura knows him. Police. He was a chief of police there. He's like a chief of police in Leadville now. And he moved from Iowa to Leadville. Laura and her family knows him. Tim grew up with him, was in the Marine Corps with him. I was in the Marine Corps with Tim. Kevin Bacon around the block. This is the tiniest world on the planet. It is so small, this world. It's crazy what's going on. And I'm really bummed. I'm going away this weekend again. The weather, since we got home from Virginia, has been nothing but rain and wind and rain. And then the mountains got snow, feet of snow. God, I want to say somebody showed us, a bunch. There's been even Evergreen has tons and tons and tons. But I'm so psyched to talk to the Hide crew and YouTube. I'm not going to put videos up. I know we're connected with like the YouTube people, and I think I'm in there. No, oh, yes, I am in the YouTube channel. So I don't have the um uh piece up. I don't have the interview, so I can't see if you guys are there as far as that goes. But I wanted to show you what's going on with some of this stuff because it's really neat. Let me see if I get over here. Oh, okay, I am. I'm good. I'm good. Checking that out, checking that out. So, like I was telling you guys, I'm doing the 6 arc project. My 6 arcs for the new crews that are watching. My 6 arc barrels are here. I got my 6 arc barrel right here. I'm gonna be talking terminus in a little bit. I love the switch barrel. I love the terminus. I have the 6 arc. I have a 6.5 PRC bolt. I have my 308 bolts. Now I have the 6 arc PPU bolt. It's so nice to just spin the barrel on, change the bolt, put in your rounds, and go to town and do whatever you're going to check. And putting this project together has been fun, right? It's like starting a new thing. I'm going from the Valkyrie, and I was doing a lot with the Valkyrie. The Valkyrie 22 arc, so very similar numbers on the 22 arc. If you guys are going to run 22 arc, we can talk numbers with the Valkyrie. Understand, as I mentioned before, 22s like speed, right? The 22s want to go fast. But some of those other cartridges don't need to go as fast, and you're using a little bit of that weight, a little bit of the mass to float that bullet like a softball. And as long as we're consistent, we can float that bullet the same way every single time, even on a lower muzzle velocity. But you don't want it so dang light that the wind's going to take advantage of it, right? So you need a little bit of wind drift ability. Then you need a little bit of, why is this I keep getting this weird cutoff. Something wants to like do that, and I don't understand why it's doing that. That's super weird. That this is like the second time it's done that to me. Oh, see it, and it did, and I think it killed the YouTube. So maybe it's the rain. I'm getting like a weird drop. So, but anyway, so the 6 arc is there. 6 arc's ready to go. It's mounted in here. The barrel showed up. Gonna end up putting my biscuit on it. Got a little bitty biscuit to put on. This is going on the 6 arc because that brown, look at that brown, the copper. That's gonna look nice next to that wood and steel Matterhorn chassis. And yeah, I think that's gonna be really, really good when I get all these things together. So then about a month ago, there was a hunting show here, and I ended up talking with, and I'm going to just change gears a little bit, the Burris crowd. So Burris is right here in my backyard, as well as Steiner's in the backyard. And coming off of, there's two parts to this. Coming off of the hunter competition, the ultimate hunter comp, I had just done that. And then you go to this hunting competition and you start, or hunting conference, and you start looking at where the hunting crowd is. And I know they like cap turrets and different things. And, really in the hunting world right now, I could see that transition to the LVPOs, right? The mediums to the LVPOs, the low to the medium, because you don't need a lot of mag for, unless you're long range hunting, you don't need that much magnification, but you want a good scope. When I did the comp, I wanted a turret, I wanted a reticle, but then I needed a really light scope to get in the weights and to make sure everything was good. And you want to be practical. You don't want, a 8-pound rifle and then a 2-pound scope, or 3 or wherever there. Some of them are up there 2 pounds. I think 48 is 2, right? So you don't want like a 2-pound scope on top of an 8-pound rifle. You want a 1 and then be able to do what you can. So I really think like the LVPOs and those different. So when I saw with Steiner, and I saw, hang on, I'm sliding my chair's on ice and I'm sliding over. So here we go. My chair's on ice. So I feel like my chair. So here we go. We just got these in today. So the H6XI, and I'm going to definitely, and I did the mill reticle. So there we are with our mill-based reticle with it. And it's got an adjustable turret. So it's not a capped on this one, but, it's not big. It's really good. 3 to 18. I've had the mill-based illuminated 30 mil tube, right? So this guy, this 3 to 18, is the direction when I was at that show to talk to those guys. And it's like, that's which way I'm going to go with the 6.5 PRC. 3 to 18, I'm on a 6.5 PRC. That's going to let me do that. It's a smaller, lighter scope, has the good reticle if I need to do that. It's got really, low profile turrets that are there and still adjustable to give me a little bit of distance. At the end of the day, you really should work to 600. Like we look at a lot of the hunting calibers. The hunting calibers have they're big, they're magnum, big bullet, big powder, big hit, big slam. And so it's like, oh, I got this 300 PRC, and that's a 7-mile-an-hour gun. So really, you want to do your work and make sure everything's good at 700 yards, but you're probably not going to hunt there with that. But if you kind of work that 6 and make everything kind of play in from 6 and use 6 almost like the old 1,000, if you thought, okay, well, my bucket list, I want to shoot out, and we're going back in time, I want to be that 1,000-yard guy. And you would work all these different ranges because there was a very limited number of 1,000-yard ranges out there. And so you had your 1,000-yard dope that you anticipated, but you worked a lot 5 and in because that was your range. I think the same thing. get yourself solid to 6. That opens up your options, right? And we notice on the range after 4, a lot of the animals don't react to us, and you can still get really good accuracy, build a position. You have time and opportunity on your side. Think of like the angles. So, part of the whole, if I'm inside 50 yards in the woods, my window is very small. Okay. If I'm at 400 yards in a field, my window is much bigger. And so that's where I'm saying play those odds in your favor, right? Have that window that's a little bit bigger. Don't limit yourself and say, well, I only shoot this thing at 70. But if you're in that, if you're a straight pipe back east in the heavy woods, that's probably what you're going to do, But if you're going to come out west or you're going to go do these things where there's a little bit of range involved, having the right scope, being able to be adaptive with that scope, I it does work and I did it. But I'm like, we did the Ultimate Hunter Challenge and it was a time plus hits. So I put a 200-yard zero on the rifle, hold low, hold high, hit, right? And then I just dialed 2 mils to the far target because I was using the ballistics of the size of the plate, the kill zone to my advantage. So I fudged it. And fudging is what a lot of people have done over the years. I'm going to put 200 on the rifle regardless. And then I'm just going to adjust based on where my mind thinks it goes. But now we have these ballistics apps. We have externally adjustable optics. Got one right here, right? I can go and say, okay, I want to practice with this guy. I want to make sure everything's good. So I go to 100 yards, I do my thing, I zero this up, I go everything. And let's say this is a little bitty hunting scope. It's not the 7 to 35 DNT, although you could use it. But let's just say this guy is the one I want. Well, I should know at that point, 0.5 on the turret is 200 yards. So I can be a 100-yard guy, have my gravity ballistics go out to 600, but no, when I get in my tree stand, I'm putting 2 on the gun. Maybe from your tree stand across the field to where the woods come out the other way, it's 300 yards. I got 3 on the gun, right? I could put 300 on the gun. So that's kind of where I'm saying I want to just see if it dropped really quick because it was crazy. Yeah, I think it did. It dropped. Oh no, it still says it's there. It did a little hiccup on my screen, so I wanted to see. You're good. But yeah, so there's this crossover happening, and we're out of the season now, and you're getting into your shooting. I'm getting ready to do the 6 arc, which I mean, it's a 6 mil. Why not? And I appreciate the video on the Bear Creek Arsenal. The fun I'm gonna squirrel you guys. The Bear Creek Arsenal one was hysterical because it it was Bear Creek Arsenal, like there's a whole bunch of what do you call it? Like reviews of these ARs, people buying them off the internet, and Bear Creek was at the very bottom. Worked good for me. And it's like, is it great? Is it nah, it's a little rough, but it shoots. It's not jamming up. Now I got this other one. I ordered a second one and I switched over to um Heather Victor from Victor Company does a Arca AR handguard now, and I switched out the handguard. I had to go to Mile High to pull the handguard off, and I switched it out to Heather Victor from Victor Company's new AR rail, and it's nice. And so I didn't realize I'm like, this Bear Creek is working good. And I ordered another one to switch out her handguard. And I went to a different barrel. So I have like an 18. I ordered the 20. When it showed up, it was this weird side charger. And it sort of has a hiccup, like it's not So maybe I'm gonna find out that the Bear Creek is not what you want. And I'm like I said, there's a lot of stuff on the internet that is like, whoa. And I just thought it was funny that we have the video on the hide, and he put together the 6 arc, and he did the DNT I just had, and he did everything based on us talking. And it was a Bear Creek, and he's having good luck with it too. But I'm curious to see how this side charger goes. The side charger is definitely a little weird, man. And it has like a doesn't want to unlock, but then it does. It's like no, no. And I'm thinking once it shoots, it'll push it. It's like it's hanging up a little bit, but once I shoot it, it should be fine. So it's either gonna blow up in my face, or it's gonna work, or it's not gonna cycle. But yeah, so doing that 6 arc project, and then the other half of it, because now, like I said, the 6 arcs here is the terminus is here, the gas gun, I'll have the Craddock come in, and we're putting all this together so we can bring you the videos once my dang weather changes. This weather! Once my dang weather changes. But then, like I was talking about on the hunting side, this guy, right? On my hunting side that I'm doing this. What else I'm going to do with this 6 arc to start is Burris sent me this guy. Get out of the light. There we go. This guy. So I'm going to be working this guy, and this has the HUD, the electronics, the PRSE type of stuff, all the different things of 5 to 30. And so we're going to be working this one, the XTR PS precision shooter, precision guy. And so I'm going to do that with the arc. So I'll have 2 projects that I'm going to look at. One of them is a little bit more farther down the road. Although if you're an NRL hunter and you're trying to put something underweight and you don't necessarily have the right crossover scope, maybe that's Steiner, and finding, or at least it's not so much, I don't want to kind of I want to. Let's say it's not so much brand wise. Don't get me wrong. I dig this. Burris has always been excellent. Good luck in my backyard. The XTR line, when we have them in class, do very, very well. I came in and introduced to the XTR2 line, and now they're moving up with these others, and the XTR Pro. I mean, really great stuff. I've been to Burris and Steiner here. It's a nice factory. They do work. They test stuff. You'll go in and you'll be like, it's like, what is that? And you just hear repetitive, bank, 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 bank. And you're like, what the hell is that? It's an I-beam with a friggin' thing on it to rock a scope, and it just is like bam, 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 and they have like a rail, and it's just sitting there shaking scopes and doing stuff. And then they have the room with the collimators and everybody's batch chest and stuff. So they're pulling scopes out, and the girls are putting them on the machines and checking them to make sure, like when they come in, that they're looking at samples of everything. But I think Burst does a fantastic job. There's a good crew of shooters, comp people that are in that Burris world. They're pro people and the people they work with. And so I really think Burris is a good option for people, as well as, like I said, Steiner's great. And Burris, Steiner, it's all good stuff. You don't have to sell people on Steiner. Whether it's binoculars, lasers, electronic electro-optics and stuff, Steiner's got a very good rep. And yeah, so we're going to put these together. The little guy on the 6.5 PRC, the bigger guy on the 6, which is backwards, right? I'm going to put the small scope on the big gun, and I'm going to put the big scope on the little gun. All right? Think about that. It's like little bitty caliber, big scope. Big caliber, little scope. And so, yeah, that's what we're going to end up doing for that kind of stuff. And so it's neat. So I have these 2 projects. Got to wait for our weather. The terminus is here. The barrel's spun up. Greg at Bug Holes, thank you very much. Greg spun me up a 24-inch Bartlett and he spun me up a 20-inch Bartlett. I wanted the 20 because I want to compare the gas gun directly to a bolt gun. So that 18 to 20 in the gas gun world, I have a 20 for the bolt gun too. So I ordered 2 barrels, terminus, switch, whoop, 10-inch pounds, and I'm done, right? And so that's where I'm going with that. So I'm going to end up doing the gas gun, the bolt gun, the gas gun, the bolt gun, 6 arc, and we'll play with the different weights, different calibers. I noticed I'm sorry I didn't get your first name. It's like Medico or something who does the video. I'd have to go back and look. You were shooting either the 108s, I believe you were shooting out of your gasser. Check out the 80s, man. They got a varmint load. The 80s out of a gas gun, because your muzzle velocity out of an 18-inch gasser was in the 25, or were you 24? He gives it in the video on TheHide TV. But yeah, there was like a 25, a 24, 2,500 feet per second. I want to be closer to 26 with the heavier bullet, right? You want to be right in that 26, 2650. You could probably float it, but like, again, the sweet spot with a 6 mil is 2,800. And so I think consistency, if you get it down correctly with that low muzzle velocity, you need that consistency. And once you do, you can get it. But yeah, super neat that other people are jumping on the projects. They're talking about it. And it was the Bear Creek for $200 and upper, right? Real cheap. It was the DNT for $600. And now he's got a 6 arc in the game. And he's able to operate in utilizing some of the stuff we're doing here at TheHide. So super cool to see somebody putting the projects together, going out, making a video and saying, I tried it, I like it, this is what I'm looking at, this is what I'm doing, and there you go. And it's the pipeline. It's like big tent stuff. We want to bring more people in on the big tent stuff, right? So if it's, well, you got to do this and it's tricky. Well, then you're going to have X amount of people that won't do that. Well, you got to hand load, or you got to buy this overpriced brass, or you got to do this, or you need this tool to get the neck right. I don't want that. I want, hey, if I'm into it and I like reloading, it's my jam, reload it and live like a rock star. If it's, hey, man, I got a wife, I got kids, my kids play sports, I work a job, but when I can, I want to go have fun. When I get permission for a weekend off, I want to dabble in this without me making a crazy investment and then having to spend, days of the weeks to make sure it's right. So I'm looking for that pipeline. I'm looking for that ease of use and the ability to not be embarrassed when you show up, right? You don't want to go there. I mean, maybe you are a shit show, but it shouldn't be a case where it's like you're overgunned or undergunned or, granted, if you went to a match with a 2,500 feet per second gas gun, you got no predictability, right? But if you have a gas gun and you're a 6 arc guy and you dabble in plink and like that, but then you built a low cost bolt gun with the same and then switch bullet to a 2,800, you shouldn't be so far off the mark. Maybe your SD is a little high, maybe your skills are a little low, but you should be comfortable engaging the targets. You don't want to walk away and go, man, this didn't work, right? Or go and spend 10 grand and say, yeah, I did good, but then I can't do it tomorrow and I'm not going to do it again. And I can only do 2 a year, not 3 a year. And, so there's a lot of these little things that come about that need to be looked at, need to be addressed. And so that's where I'm going with this project. I really want to grab this and play with it and show you guys and do it. But every time I grab something now, because I'm on the YouTube and the X, I don't want to get kicked off. Um, I don't want to get kicked off again because I couldn't even load that. That still pisses me off. And you know what? I sent emails, I went to community, and I asked the question, and I never ever got an answer. So, like 2 weeks since I was kicked off for loading in a live a pre recorded video, and I asked about it, I never once got an answer. How annoying is that? They just have no concern, no care. It's just beyond ridiculous. And it drives me absolutely bonkers that people will do that. Oh, there's High TV. I wanted to see what it looks like. Oh, yeah, there we go. So, yeah, I mean, I know it's like a rainy Wednesday part day. We're traveling again, not tomorrow, but I got to do a couple things. I want to try to I'm doing the podcast tomorrow with Chris. I want to try to um get to the range tomorrow before I leave for the weekend because I want to put this together and at least get some shots with it and zero it. And so we're going away this weekend, a couple 2 days, and so again, like I said, the weather is so crappy and blows me up, and then I go to there. I was just gonna mention something too, and then I spaced it. Um, I spaced where I was going. Oh, how do you like my thing, Noah? Young Noah made that for me. My logo with the light. I could change the color of the light too. I like the green right there with the blues around it and the red over here. What's over here? But anyway, Noah, nice Noah, right? And young kid was going to school. He's doing a project for school. He's in Boulder school system at the time on shooting weather ballistics. So he got a hold of me and took him out to the range, let him shoot, do some stuff. Then he did another project down the road. And now he's going to college and he's going to do an internship with Gunwork. So, Aaron, I appreciate you for bringing young Noah in to do an internship. And because Noah got his internship, he made me this. And I think that's super neat. And I appreciate Noah. Just going to college, going to learn, wants to be an engineer. And we need more engineers in this world. So I'm super happy to see Noah and talk to Noah like that. But yeah, I'm going forward. These projects are ready to roll. I need the weather to cooperate. And so we will be there and doing these things with you guys. And yeah, good to see you. Sure Shot Range is coming up. We are going to be first week of June or so in Iowa at the Sure Shot Range doing a class, marking them. Registration is open if you want to sign up and go in and buy your ticket in your slot. I think we got about 12 people on our master list right now, but we can fit more if we need it. Or I believe two people dropped out. They said something came up, but we had 12 people on the list. Iowa Sure Shot. If you want to go next month, June, go over to TheHide TV and go to courses and events, and you can purchase your ticket in your spot right from TheHide TV on the home page there. And I'm going to address that for a second. Got a couple hate mails because people are like, why do I have a TheHide TV charge and I'm not using that? My forum. We moved from PayPal. Oh, dropped again, bitch. We moved from PayPal in the forum to it's all connected to the TheHide TV now to our system. We don't use the PayPal anymore. If you are on PayPal, go and cancel it. Or ask the girls, there's a place you can go in the forum and say, hey, I don't know what I'm doing. Don't email me. I'm not home and I'm not doing that. I am getting some people, but you're going to email me. It's going to get lost in a thing. I'm going to see it, forward it to them. And it's going to take like a bunch of days before you do it, where we have a section in the forum. Go in the forum, and then make sure you're off PayPal and you're on the new TheHide TV. And then when you're using the forum in your supporter account, it's under the TheHide TV channel. So that lets you not only access the PX in the forum, sell your stuff and do what you need to do, but it gives you the subscription and everything in TheHide TV to watch these subscription only videos that we have going on. So if you're a PayPal user on Sniper's Hide, kill that. We've killed as many, but some people then didn't realize The high TV charge replaced the PayPal charge, and it does the same thing. It actually works in two places now instead of just one. So you don't have to send me hate mail, and you can cancel it from the home page, TheHide.tv page. Go to your account there, and your subscription is there, and then you could cancel it there. So TheHide.tv is your main page to drive the account. The forum is connected to that. So your forum access actually goes through the video platform now, right? So if you see this and you're accessing the forum, it's the same thing. So really just quick administrative note, because I do get emails and they're like, why is this? I didn't do this. I just want my forum. It's like, that is it. It's the same thing. You just have access to everything. Excuse me. I'm got hiccupy. No oxygen. Can't breathe. And so it's giving you greater access. It's giving us greater flexibility. It's giving us better control. And we don't run into the problem of the PayPal disconnect, where a lot of it was you logged on the site with one email. Your family had a PayPal email. And when you signed up, you paid for it with that. Well, then when we disconnected it, the family one stayed connected because the site saw one email, you were using another email, and they don't communicate correctly. So at that case, we cancel it on the site, but then you have to go to PayPal and manually cancel it through PayPal because the handshake, the automatic didn't work because two separate emails. And 99% of the time, it's two separate emails. And so that's where we're going with that. But the Hide TV subscription controls the forum subscription, controls your PX access. It's all together now. So, same thing, more features, I guess is the way to put it. So, if that way there, you don't have to but TheHide.tv for you guys is how you access your account. And when you go into, you like, people are going into the forum account going, I don't see it, I don't see it, I don't see it. Correct. It's not there. It's on the main page. So make sure when you're doing that, you go to the Hide TV page and do that. I know we changed all this. It's been about 6-9 months now. And it's time to cycle through so many accounts and things. And some of you guys are stubborn or don't pay attention and then get mad and like, hey, well, I didn't do this. It's like, yeah, you did. It just does everything now. So, administrative note with the Hide TV. I wanted to make sure you guys know the lives are there, the different things are there. We're talking about different stuff. Courses are coming up. You got Jake Vibber on there. His PRSE type courses, his competition courses are there. You can sign up, view, and watch and learn from Jake Vibber. Chris got his courses that are coming. He's got a big win one that's going to be dropping pretty soon. There's a little Sniper's Hide one there. So you can go in, just click on it on the main page. The main page, TheHide.tv for you guys, it has sections, right? It's just not the videos. It goes to the forum. It goes to the articles. It goes to the different things. So understand it's not just the videos, although videos are how people are communicating today. And that's what we're doing. But real quick, rainy day, wanted to bring it to you. I'm putting everything together. I just got to get out to the range, but at the same time, I'm traveling. We got courses coming up, so get over in the Hide, the training section, if you want to look at the courses. The guys that are working with Mark, love it. Go work with Mark and take that. If you want to do something local with me or Chris, you can get a hold of me or Chris. We're still running the stuff locally, just on a smaller level. And yeah, that's where we're at, everybody. So yeah, thank you for being part and watching really quick. Tomorrow I will be live. We have a theme with the CR2 guys. I'm looking forward to the CR2 crew and all of that. So boom, CR2 guys, that's where we want to go. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Thanks for being part of the Everyday Sniper. We are going to bounce off and dig on you guys.